Greetings, salutations, and all those good things. I am Celestial Saturn, and I'm back with what is probably the final episode I'm doing of Slay the Princess. The entity said that it only needs one more vessel, so we're gonna do that. But I have an idea of what I would like to do. So it will be interesting to see what princess I get if I do this. I'll let the text I'll let the text play out in solidarity, because let's be honest, I don't know what princess I'm gonna get. So let's just go in and find out.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so I am going to try
Seriously?
to just go.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No, I just have a theory of what I think might happen if I do this. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore
Exactly.
that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, he does know what he's talking about, but I just have an idea of what I want to do.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
And
Really
we're
keen
leaving.
on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Pick a different hero. Quietly
Your
continue down the
silence is
path.
deafening.
Oxymorons.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
No. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way
There's
out.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Uh-huh.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Ah, we have warped music now.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Well, honestly, this is what I wanted to happen because there's a certain grotesque version I was hoping to trigger.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Haven't.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yay. The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And on the edge of this woods is a wall. And at the top of the wall is the narrator. And right beside the narrator is me. And what is that? A pristine knife sitting right on the edge of a table, just waiting to be sliced right into this motherfucker's neck.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, let's see if I can... Oh! If I can't run away, I'll just stay here.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Damn. Okay, those walls weren't here last
What
time.
are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
I mean, is there anyone else other than me
If
and
he doesn't
her?
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
So that's how we get the contrarian.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Alright, I'm going to go... Yeah, where's the cursor? Yeah, okay, heading to the cabin where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Well, maybe everybody in this game is lying.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I mean, you've been forcing us to kill this princess time and time again, so he's kind of earned the ability to be difficult.
Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Okay, yes.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Please give me the option to throw it out the window.
Take in the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong.
I am so glad that I end on this.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
We get killed in a very fun and oddly convincing way.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
You thought.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Enjoy the chaos
What you're
while you
seeing here
can.
is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Huh. So my personality is that of the contrarian then.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I am gonna go ahead and take that blade.
Take the blade
because we
from the
need
table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade
Switch
the
your
other
grip on
way.
the blade. Congratulations.
My intrusive thoughts won. That's the whole point.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Radio. Oh, the intrusive thoughts get to win!
Ah, yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
You are the smart one.
Not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
If it didn't say it, I would have did it, but I had to.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
This is like an MC Escher painting. The urge to just go down these stairs just like singing some fucked up song. The urge would be so great.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Is Many Hands our final girl?
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
The urge to jump into the void.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Okay, it's not as fun anymore.
No, thank you.
Alright, let's turn around, bud.
Don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap.
Yeah.
Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Nope, we died having fun.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Even better. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center. We'll take harsh.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
Oh, that's cool.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
I freeze to death?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Okay.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical
Everything's-
sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Damn, that kind of scared me.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Wow, it's dark out.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
True.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Ish. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
Okay, you are the most normal.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us.
Nope.
Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone.
Exactly.
Those eyes, though. They're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Oh. They're about to warp.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Cool.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him?
Fort.
Let him stew.
Contrarian, you are such an ass.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Well, let's start our own cinematic universe here.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
No.
It's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
You chaotic bastard.
You
What's your
can
name?
address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, you're tired of us.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
There's
And
more
what's
of you.
that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade.
No.
The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it.
No, it was me.
Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
But now we get to see the different iterations and the different personalities that we would have dealt with.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
But there's one more space that we could cover with Princess. Pulled apart, put it together. You know what happened?
Like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs manage to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Okay, there's the creepy one.
sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
So interesting to see that these are the versions of her that I didn't get to see. I'm trying to get you out, trying to free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Leave her in the basement, regretfully think about the time you threw. There's 3 options.
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Ah, we fractured too.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like?
there's one that left her. Okay. And one that just didn't give a shit.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Oh, the amalgamation.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Fades to black.
falls apart.
Oh.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
I mean, they said that there was one left and it would pull the remaining lives together. So what we're seeing are the remaining lives pulled together.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere.
This is...
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Yeah, the ultimate consequence.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please.
I'll do my best. And she's gone. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. What's there now? You're nothing? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it, a figure, a faint and veiled in shadow just beyond your reflection. So we are a crow.
I think you know what I am.
Okay. Crack slice down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And another crack forms in another, and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shards of broken glass. What the... So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I ever was going to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? If you're not me, then what are
I'm
you?
an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
An echo? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Okay, so I have to pick and choose. If you made me, then what am
You're
I?
the non-quiet. The god I made to rid the world of death.
What is the princess? Did you make her
She
too?
is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Okay.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Come on, go back. If she's capable of being whatever people believe her to be, can I just turn her into something small? Where's my thing? That would be a good question.
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Okay. Does... Oh, damn. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. It's part of something else. You basically said that. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the beginning?
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
Okay. Oof, I have a lot of questions, but I gotta choose. How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Death of the author. Run out of questions. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Explain.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I'll try to move on from that.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him.
But I'm no long quiet. I don't know what that really means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
A deathless world is basically Dark Souls, right? And in the end, if there's a deathless world, that means nothing can die. Even going down to the microscopic level, where is microorganisms that can easily make you sick. So without death, pestilence can happen. Famine will be non-existent, but sickness would be rampant. Like, as much as we like to fantasize about the possibility of forever is not something anyone would want. Because forever is pain, forever is heartache, forever is sickness. And at least with death, you get that release, that reprieve from that pain. And like, seriously, nothing should live forever, so you can't really live unless there's the possibility to die. Let's talk this through. I still have a lot of questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa, wait.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it.
Oh, so I get to relive what each version that I dealt with felt?
I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
This has gotten super philosophical. Without sin, there is no redemption. And without redemption, there can't be a sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I gotta hear every iteration.
We were both taken by the moment. It was how things are meant to be.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality, and you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive.
Were we self-destructive, or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
You're still my favorite one.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
It wasn't a rejection of fear. You broke me to your will.
Were you afraid when you stepped through that door? Or were you enticed by what might come next? By what might lie beyond fear? By what you might become? You say I broke you. Or was that curiosity not freedom of its own?
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I have to fight for a better world. You crazy bitch.
Well, then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face it with me.
Which? I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true. Don't worry about it later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here.
Okay.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
There's a bunch of naked ladies outside.
Do you need me to describe things?
No. Let's just take
That's
the
probably
blade.
for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah. You know what? Old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade.
Got it. Let's go.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Let's
And
go.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I don't want to be a ghost.
Honestly, me neither.
I don't want to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Yeah.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? the people out there, if you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
You better kiss this woman. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Damn, this is sad. If we were talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Of course. You're like the most badass woman here. Agree with the plan and continue the loop or kill her.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, there'll always be a small
Is
part.
that a metaphor, or are you being literal? Doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
Very much so. The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free of death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You're free, and before you lies an endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will, and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
I mean, I understand. But I was trying to get this ending, okay?
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
Okay, that was really good. The voices in your head. Okay. This is definitely a good game. Anyone watching, go get it. It's gonna take like an hour or two per session, more or less. But definitely worth it to see the different possibilities and the questions of life. Thank you much for playing. Express your gratitude. There's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. You know what? I'll give them a follow on Discord. But yes, this was very good. I might have to actually just go and check out the other stuff that they've made. But anyone who watched all of the episodes, even though it's like 4 or 5 episodes, I appreciate it. I really do. It was a pretty fun game. It gave me a couple of questions about life to ponder. So of course, like, comment, subscribe, and all those good things. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye!